Hi, to the Chappiness Guide. Welcome to today's episode of Vestibular Talks. Today's special guest is going to show us some courage, determination, and love, as he was not only battling the very debilitating vestibular migraines, but he was also plagued by COVID-19, and he didn't let them break him down. He showed us how he's overcome those difficulties, and he's trying to live a life working, traveling, studying, enjoying life with a healthy diet and some healthy advice that he's going to share with all of us today. So remember to like, share, and subscribe. Please enjoy the episode. Find your happiness, guys. All right, Jesus, welcome to the show. How are you today?
Hello, how are you, Johan? I'm good.
Good, good, good. Good. Welcome to this episode of Vestibular Talks. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. Jesus, can you tell us a little bit about your story and your journey with these vestibular conditions?
Okay, everything started 5 years ago. Um, and yeah, the first episode happened 5 years ago. Um, I remember the episode was like I remember one day I was walking to work. I used to live very close to my workplace, and then on the way to work, I was walking, and then suddenly I started feeling like I was not feeling right. I was feeling uh, like I was like in a bubble. I was feeling like I was in a movie. I was feeling weird. I was like, wow, this is not feeling right. So I went when I got to work. I remember I was having lunch, and suddenly I started feeling like I started feeling like a rocking sensation. I started feeling like not right. So then I got like quite nervous and said to one of my staff member, like, I'm not feeling good. I need to go to the doctor. I remember I went to the doctor. I went to the GP, and then he said to me, "Oh, it looks like probably you got a virus, and that's why you are feeling like this. You're feeling dizzy. This is gonna last for a week, and after a week or 2 weeks, you will be completely fine." And then it has been 5 years. Yeah, but the good thing is, it has been 5 years, but this has been like a beautiful journey because in the middle of this condition, I have learned so many beautiful things, and I have learned a lot of things about myself. So not everything has been bad. I have been diagnosed. I remember when I went to the doctor, went to the GP, I got some blood tests, all the tests to check if everything was okay, and everything came back normal. So I was thinking, well, what's going on with me? So then I said to the doctor, can you please refer me to a specialist? And then I got the referral to go to an ENT. At that time, my symptoms were like I was feeling dizzy, but the dizziness was not like spinning. I never in my life have that sensation that I feel like I'm spinning. The sensation was more like I was feeling like I was on a boat, like a rocking sensation. So
Yeah.
I was feeling like I couldn't be still. Um, so I went to the ENT, and I told him how I was feeling. Also, I was having a really bad hearing, ringing in my ear, my
Tinnitus.
right
Yeah.
ear. Yeah, tinnitus. And and the ringing in the ear was so annoying because I couldn't sleep properly at night. I used to sleep with earphones every night, listening to mindfulness meditation, listening to any kind of sound, music, anything, because the ringing was so bad that I was feeling like someone was drilling in my ear.
Hmm.
So it was such a uncomfortable sensation at that time because I remember during the day I was feeling dizzy, and then at night I couldn't sleep properly because I was having that ringing in my ear, and really bad headaches. I remember. So I went to the ENT, and I told him how I was feeling. And then he said to me, he was like very straightforward. He said to me, uh, well, before I went to the ENT, I did like my research. I didn't have much knowledge about vertigo and all these things. But I remember when I was doing my research, the first diagnosis that I saw was Meniere disease. So
Uh-huh.
when I went to the specialist, I said to him, well, this is how I'm feeling. What do you think I have? And he said to me straightforward, according to what you are describing, you have Meniere disease. When he told me that, I was like devastated, like, oh my God, I'm only 31. Um, I'm just starting living my 30s, and now I'm feeling like I have a condition that is going to make a big impact in my life.
Yes.
Um, so so I was like, I didn't have much knowledge about Meniere disease. Um, and according to what I have read, it's like Meniere disease is a condition that you live with that forever.
Yes.
Uh, and then and really he didn't really explain much to me about that condition. So what I was thinking was that I was going to be dizzy forever. At that time, my dizziness was terrible. I was feeling like unstable. I was feeling like I couldn't walk properly. I couldn't take the public transport. I was feeling very scared of doing things because I was feeling like my body was feeling in completely disequilibrium. So during that time I was in a completely rush because I was planning a trip to go to Europe like 2 weeks before I went to the so I can go to Europe uh, and then when I went to Europe I was feeling like that was a holiday, and instead of being having an amazing time, I was feeling completely sad, depressed. Like, why me? Why me? Why me?
Yeah.
Why I'm suffering this? You know. So after I came back from my holiday, then I said, what? I have to see another specialist, and then I decided to see an ENT, another ENT. So this ENT gave me a different diagnosis. It was vestibular neuritis.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, it's no Meniere disease, it's vestibular neuritis. Different diagnosis. It doesn't sound that bad. According to what he said to me, was like, yeah, this can take a couple of months, but if we go eventually, is caused by a virus. I was like, okay, so now I have two diagnoses. I have Meniere disease, vestibular neuritis. Oh my God, I'm getting, I don't know. I don't know if I should feel better or I should feel worse because now I have like 50-50. So I need to really know. I was like, at that time I was desperate, like completely desperate. So I said, what? I'm gonna see another person. I need to see another person. So the third time, I didn't see another ENT. I saw a neurologist,
Yeah.
and then the neurologist he said to me, "You don't have Meniere disease, which is like tick. Okay, I don't have Meniere disease." He didn't say vestibular neuritis, but he described it more like a vestibular migraine. But when he said vestibular migraine, I was like, oh my God, my mother suffered from migraine,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
my mother
Mine too.
never had vertigo. Yeah, my mother get bad migraines. Yeah, my
The
mother get
headaches.
really bad migraines, but she doesn't have vertigo at all. And I was thinking, oh my God, I can't believe that now I'm getting something from my mother and I'm gonna live with this forever, like really bad headaches and feeling dizzy. So I didn't then he prescribed me some medication, and at that time the medication was sertraline. The one you mentioned before, I don't know how to say it, the
Lunaracin.
flunarizine. Yeah, I took that one for, and the sertraline. I was on sertraline for probably a year or more, and I really felt like the medication was really good for me. It really worked for me. At the beginning, I was a bit worried, like, oh my God, now I'm gonna take medication. I don't wanna put drugs in my body. I don't want to be taking things that probably, I don't know, are gonna have side effects. But yeah, like the medication was quite helpful. And I know there are a lot of people who probably like they are quite unsure of taking medication because they probably thinking about the side effects. But I'm just talking about my experience. Like it really was very helpful. And I tried different medication. With what I'm saying, it's not like I'm encouraging people to take medication, but in my case, it was really helpful. Now, I'm not taking medication. I feel now like I am probably 80% better. Like I still feel like I have a that I need to heal. Um, but I have faith that eventually I'm gonna reach that point. But yeah, it has been like a very interesting journey because a lot of things have happened. Like vertigo doesn't come by itself. Vertigo comes with its friends. Vertigo comes with anxiety. Vertigo comes with depression.
Yeah.
Vertigo comes with feeling isolated. I remember that time when everything started. I didn't want to do absolutely nothing. I didn't want to leave my home. My home was my comfort zone. I
Yeah.
was feeling like I don't want to leave this place because I feel safe here. So I was having really bad attacks every time I used to go to restaurants. Like, I remember I was avoiding completely like social um, interaction with my friends, like catching up with friends to go to have dinner in a restaurant because I was feeling like the table was moving. Every time I wanted to go to the toilet, I was feeling like the floor was moving. Uh, one day I have a really bad attack. I wouldn't say it was a dizziness attack. I was feeling dizzy, but the dizziness brought anxiety. I was feeling super anxious that I have to say to my friends, you know what, I'm not feeling okay. This is something is wrong is happening. And
Yeah.
then they all decided to leave the play because of me. And I was feeling terrible. And then I was thinking like, oh my God. So it's like I'm ruining my life. I started feeling horrible, horrible, horrible. But then I started seeing psychologists. I even went to a psychiatrist. This dizziness condition, this has been a journey where I have done many things, and I have learned a lot of things about myself also. I think where it's very key in my case, I wouldn't say this as a suggestion or as a advice. I'm just expressing my experience. Probably this could be helpful for, I don't know, for someone there. But for me, it has been very helpful. Um, Diet, like I am the kind of person that I enjoy eating. I love eating so much, and I don't like to have any restriction when it comes to my diet. But I started then being more mindful, avoiding eating dairy products. I avoid eating too much gluten, caffeine, alcohol, and I feel like it has helped a lot. Not only for the vertigo, is also for your health. Taking vitamins, fish oil, magnesium is also very important. Where it's also was very helpful. Vestibular. I used to visit a vestibular therapist, and
Yeah.
she helped me a lot with exercises like moving my head to one side to the other side, like the flamingo exercise. I started doing a lot of exercise, and then also what I think it was really helpful was like your mindset. Like no one, absolutely no one is gonna change what is in here in your mind. So it's really important how you perceive. You're gonna perceive this condition all the time in a negative way. You're gonna feel terrible.
Yeah.
You
You
have to stop. Why? It's like, huh?
Sorry, no, what you're saying,
Uh,
everything that you're saying is correct. But you also mentioned before we started recording, sleeping, how important it is to get your proper sleep. Because if you don't sleep properly, it can also trigger something.
completely, completely. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but when my vertigo started, I was under so much stress. Like I remember, I was working 12 hours a day. I was working in two different jobs, and I feel I always, I never got sick before. I was a very healthy, fit person. That I never have any issues with my health. I never have any medical condition. So I was only sleeping 12 hours a day. Sorry, I was working 12 hours a day, and I was not eating properly. I was feeling like I was finishing one. I was leaving one. I was feeling one job, and then I was rushing to go to the other one. And then my diet was like eating whatever I could eat on the way. Then I was sleeping like only 5 hours. The sleeping pattern was not the best. So I think all these things trigger, plus the stress. So yeah, so all these things influence a lot in my vertigo, I think.
Yeah, yeah, and now that so you talk about the reality of all the symptoms and feeling lonely, feeling anxious, feeling panic, fear.
Uh,
Um, you also discuss the things that help, like sleeping, vitamins, diet. Uh, you didn't say exercise, but you're very active, so I'm assuming you exercise quite a bit. So I'm assuming exercise is quite important as well.
well, yeah, I definitely think exercising is important for your mind. But when I first got vertigo, I have I'm not a sporty person. I don't practice any sport. I like going to the gym. I like doing cardio at the gym. I like doing weights. Uh, like gym is going to the gym is like part of my life. I really enjoy doing that. At that time, I was feeling so bad that I couldn't. I was not feeling able to go to the gym because I was feeling like unsafe there. I was feeling like, what about if I'm doing weights and then I get really dizzy. Uh, and also I started feeling um, I started having a lot of like fatigue. I was feeling super tired. I was feeling like I didn't have enough energy to lift weight. Yeah, so the vertigo came with many other things. It was not only vertigo. It was feeling like tired, sleepy, depressed, anxious. Uh, I was feeling a bit like no one understand this. I was trying to explain to people how I was feeling. I think this is a condition where people, even though they try to help you, you tell them how you feel, but if they have never experienced vertigo, I don't think they will understand how
Yeah.
you like. You need to be in someone's shoes to really understand how that person feels.
Yeah. So we do have a lot in common. A lot of the things you said, the symptoms, the fact that your mom has migraines, like the actual migraine pain headaches. My mom is the same way. So I'm wondering if there's any genetics that play into this as well, genetics and hormones as well, because as I mentioned in many videos, many people get these conditions around the same age period. So I'm wondering if genetics and conditions play a role or influence and trigger something. So it could be.
Well, I can't tell you the answer because I'm not a doctor, so I don't know about the hormones. What I have noticed is the majority of people with these conditions are female, and it's quite rare, to be honest, to see guys, males with this condition. But the majority of people who suffer from vertigo and migraines are women. But to be honest, I don't know how to tell you about the hormones. I don't know much about that.
Yeah. So Jesus, what about so you mentioned that you try a few medications. You
Yeah,
try lunaricin. You also tried Topamax or topiramate as well,
yeah.
because we were discussing that my neurologist wants me to start taking that one. The thing that worries me is that yes, you're right. Medications do help, but they do come, or they could potentially come with side effects. But in your
Of
experience,
course.
you notice that the medications have helped more than the risk of the side effects, correct?
Mm, I would say, I don't know, like at the moment I took medication, I was desperate. I was like, okay, if this is the option I have, I would take it because I was feeling horrible. My mind was not thinking about any side effects. My mind, the only thing was thinking was, I want to get better no matter how. But if you think that you can try without medication, I would say yes, give it a go. Uh, the problem with medication is medication works completely different in each person. I can tell you
Yeah,
that it cannot work for another person because we are all different. We have all different genetic. We all have all a different biology. So we are completely different human beings. So I don't know if like for example in my case I have to try three different medications because for vertigo migraines sometimes they prescribe antidepressants.
yeah, amitriptyline.
Uh, and according to the neurology who saw me, he was saying that the vertigo could be related to anxiety. So this is like a cycle. So if you're anxious, you have vertigo. You have vertigo, you're anxious. It's like you have to find a way to leave the cycle. A medication could help you. So I have to try three different medications. Um, the first one was sertraline, and I went to a very high dose, but I was feeling like I have a really bad fatigue. I was feeling super tired. Then I tried Topomax, which I felt like it was better. And I felt like, okay, the Topomax helped me a little bit more, but then I started feeling again like flat, like with no energy. And then the last one I tried was amitriptyline.
Yeah,
Um, and I really feel like that one was the best one that worked for me. But I remember I have a lot of recommendation from that one. I remember the psychiatrist was the first person who said to me, this was the first antidepressant that was using, I don't know if it was the first one, using the history of antidepressants. So that's why it's the one with more side effect, but it could probably be the one that it could work for you. So I took the risk. So far, I feel like I'm fine, but the only thing that I would say that was really that I could completely notice was like I gained weight.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I gained weight, and then I was like, okay, but at that time I was just thinking, for me, my priority is to recover my health.
to improve,
Then
of
the
course,
body come after. So I don't care about how I look. To me, about how I feel. So I want to get to that point of feeling how I used to be or feeling better, but I don't want to be feeling dizzy anymore. The thing is, like, I have stopped medication and I'm feeling completely fine because the other thing about medication is like you can create dependency,
yeah,
and it's like you can get hooked. You can probably think because this is what was happening to me when I was not having medication. Let's say if I forgot to take the pill, I was feeling like, oh my god, I'm feeling dizzy, and it's because I didn't take the medication. Oh my god, I'm feeling anxious because I didn't take the medication. So I was feeling
yeah.
because of not taking the medication, I was feeling like this, like that, like that. So then I feel like it was a cycle that I have to stop, and I'm quite happy I did. I took medication with what I'm saying again. This is my experience. I don't want to. I hope people don't take this as an encouraging. Like I'm giving them the advice to take medication to get better with the symptoms, because I honestly think there are many different ways to get better. You can try different things. Medication was something that worked for me, but it could not work for other people. Um, and as I've said, medication have a function in like I achieved what I wanted to get with medication, but now I am in a 20% where I'm trying other different things. Like I consider diet a key. Like it's really
Yeah,
important.
agreed.
Diet.
Are you there?
How you when I properly? Pardon?
So no, we lost the signal for a second, so I couldn't hear you. But you're
Okay.
back.
Yeah. Yeah, like when I feel when I don't sleep properly, like if I don't have like if I sleep less than 5 hours, I'm telling you, I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel it. It's like the body still, even it has been 5 years, I still feel like the body and the mind is trying to catch up.
yeah. Jesus, so you said before that we're body, we're mind, and we're spirit. Having a balance between these three things help in the recovery process, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Uh, well, the body, when I talk about the body, we are talking about exercise, could be important. You don't have to be like the super active person. You don't have to practice a sport. I don't practice a sport. But even if you go for a walk, even if you do any kind of activity that can make you, I don't know, move your body, exercises also like vestibular exercise. The mind, as I mentioned before, I said that to you. You don't need to be a religious person. It's just about how you feel with yourself. I think when you put so much negativity in your mind, you bring negativity to your body and to your mind. So I think that changing my mindset was very helpful. Um, I used to be the kind of person that all the time, every time I was feeling dizzy, I was like, why me? Why me? Why I go vertigo? Um, oh my God, why I don't have a life like the rest of people? Why do I have to be taking medication? So I was always putting that negativity in my mind. I was always feeling like I was always putting myself down. And I think that mindset is very important. Like, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I remember uh, the moment I stopped complaining about my symptoms. That was the moment I started feeling that I was getting better, because I was all the time, um, every day, I was judging my symptoms. So now what I do is like, okay, I still have vertigo. I feel it. Uh, I don't ignore my symptoms. I know they are there, but I don't judge them, and I don't try to analyze so much my symptoms anymore.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
I
Uh,
try to just to have like a perceive my symptoms in a different way. It's like when you are on a boat, when you are on a cruise. I had never been on a cruise, but I guess on a cruise you have so many things to do, and you're not gonna get focused only in how the boat moves on the waves. I think there are so many and amazing things to do on a cruise. You can go to the pool, you can go to the bar, you can eat, you can do so many things. I think the same happened with vertigo. Like even though I feel like I'm moving, this is not my life. Like there are so many other things that I can enjoy in my life.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't try to get focused only on my symptoms. I try to yes, I feel it and don't ignore them. I know they are there, but I try to work in other things. I have other sense.
yeah. When this first happened to you 5 years ago, there wasn't much information from what you told me out there in the
No.
media. Uh, but now there seems to be a big community, especially people in Instagram,
Yeah.
people in Facebook, are very very active with
Yeah.
sharing their stories. So how do
Yeah.
you feel
Yeah.
now about the awareness? What do you feel about that?
I remember when I first started having all these symptoms, I was feeling crazy. I was thinking, oh my God, what's happening to me? I think what I have is a psychological problem. Uh, Maybe it's all in my head and imagining all these things. So I tried to find information, and I think the first time I tried to find information was in my, like, English is not my first language, as you can see, of course, with this thick accent. And then when I tried to find information in Spanish, the information was very limited. I think I could only find the definition of vertigo and a few things. But I was like, okay, so I have to do like a proper research. I'm gonna try in English. Then when I try in English, I could find like a different diagnosis. And I was like, okay, so now I can have more information. I can educate more myself about this topic. Um, and then I started like joining a lot of Facebook groups, forums. Then I realized that I was not alone, that there is a big community of people all around the world suffering the same symptoms. And we have so many things in common. So it's a big community. Something that I couldn't find in Spanish. Like, unfortunately, there are a lot of people in the people suffering from condition, but probably they don't have the information or the resources or other people expressing their experience of what they're dealing with vertigo and migrants.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has been a very, very interesting journey.
Uh, Now, a big question that I wanted to ask you because I'm extremely curious about it. You have to deal with this vestibular condition like I do and like many other people do, and it's extremely debilitating. But you also
Completely.
experience symptoms of COVID. How the heck do you live with something like
Ah,
that? How do you?
I completely forgot. I completely forgot about it. You know what is interesting? Because of this condition, I think I became very mentally strong because I used to be very anxious. I used to have an anxious mind. I used to be anxious for everything. So, you know how bad is feeling like you're going to a supermarket, you're going to the shopping center, and you feel like you're gonna collapse because of the vertigo and you get anxious. So during these 5 years, I think I have built a more confident person.
Yeah.
Uh, and then when I got COVID, the first time when they said to me, when I got a call and they said to me, you got COVID, I was like, oh my God. So I got vestibular migraine, now COVID. How is this going to happen?
That's
So
crazy.
lucky, well, when you are isolated, you are in your place, your place. I tell you, like, for me, I'm safe here. So like, the symptoms were not that bad. When I got COVID, it wasn't that bad. I only got like a runny nose, and a fever was very mild. I was just feeling like a bit of fatigue, but yet, like, it was good that the COVID didn't really impact a lot in my symptoms. But the thing is that um, when you have vestibular migraine or any vestibular condition, you get very anxious.
Yeah.
Uh, and I think because I have been working on this condition for many years, I have become very strong. And I think that when I got COVID, um, I, I was feeling like I'm mentally strong. I was like, you know what? If I had dealt before with really bad vertigo, I can deal with this. I'm not gonna let this condition make me feel worse, or I'm not going to I'm not going to get anxious about it, because the whole thing is like when you go to bed and you have to sleep, when you have COVID, you have a condition that you don't know if it's gonna get worse or it's gonna improve or it's gonna get worse the next day. So yeah, so I
But
think I think I really think I'm really thanks to the vestibular migrant. I have become a stronger person to
More
deal
confident.
or to
Yeah.
battle other any other condition that can come.
Yeah, but you know what? Did it change, or did the COVID affect the dizziness in any way? Like more or less, medium size, like not nothing, or
To be honest, no. I
because
have worse than than when I had COVID. No, not in my case, but I have heard that people who have got COVID, the dizziness get really bad.
yeah, but I also heard of a lady that also has vestibular migraines. She got COVID, and she said the dizziness and the pressure in her head disappeared for 2 weeks while she had
Oh
COVID.
well,
Yeah, and then
that didn't happen to me.
but then it came back. When the COVID finally left her system,
Okay.
the symptoms came
So she,
back. So I was curious if that was your case too, if anything
nah,
changed. Yeah.
nah.
Jesus, you talk to a lot of people on social media. You check on them. You are also very active on social media, but you don't focus your social media on the illness or on the condition itself. You focus
Oh, yeah.
you focus on exercising
I'm gonna.
and being out and being out living your life. Do people judge you or
Yeah.
criticize you for it?
Uh, I think a lot of people have no idea that I have a condition because it's
Yeah,
invisible and because I look completely normal. And also on social media really is wherever you wanna show, is I don't know. I see social media like a game where you can show whatever you want to show. I remember when I started with this condition, I was like, I'm gonna create a profile only about how I feel, and I did. I created a profile on social media, an account on Instagram called the DC Man. That I met a few people there, including you, uh, and all I was posting was about vertigo, vertigo, vertigo. And then I have my other account where I was just posting my normal life, which wasn't normal. I was just posting things that
yeah,
I look like a normal person, that I have a normal life, but I'm actually fighting, battling with dizziness every day. But I wasn't showing those things on social media. Now I'm not using the DC Man account anymore. I'm just only using my normal account. Sometimes I express things there about my dizziness. Sometimes I just put other random things. I don't know if people on the back will criticize or not, but the thing is, I can't live my life. Uh, my life is not just vertigo. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
I am a person who study. I am a person who works. So you know what I mean. So it really gives me so much. I'm very passionate about talking about vertigo, but as I mentioned to you before, this is actually the first time I'm doing like a live, and like I'm the kind of person that on social media and a few videos in my story, but I'm not the kind of person that I like talking on social media. I feel like a bit shy. I'm probably a bit self-conscious about my English because it's not my first language, so I'm quite worried about. And I also think that I would like to be more active on social media about the vertigo and the migrants and all these things. But I think that these little things could probably, and I don't know how to do it. Like, I still feel like I don't know how to manage the time with social media, posting material that could be beneficial for other people. Like, I would like to do it. I would like to do it. Definitely. I would like to do it. We see. Maybe after this interview, I don't know. We see what it was going to be the feedback. I don't know.
I think
It's
a
going to
lot
be
of
interesting
positive.
because,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jesus, so to clarify for people, for the viewers, you are still dealing with symptoms, but you are still living a life. You work,
Completely.
you have a job, you go to the gym, you go out with your friends, so you study. So you are still trying to live as normal as possible with the condition in the background as well, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Like my life has continued. Like my life never. I remember when I got the condition first, and I think I have one holiday with like a break. So I have like breaks in between from work and all that. My life continued completely normal, but I feel like sometimes I have to make like a double effort. I have days where I can feel full of energy, but I also have days where I feel like the condition can be so debilitating that when I after work, all I want to do is going to bed because I'm so tired that I can't be on my feet anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Jesus, how do you find your happiness?
My happiness. Well, I define it like you have to be very kind with yourself. You have to be happy with yourself. You have to love yourself. That's it's not only for vertigo, for anything in life. Like you have to accept yourself, love yourself, be thankful with every day, with everything in life. You know what I have learned in this condition is I don't know if I told you that before we started recording. I was feeling like I was in a pilot mode. I was feeling like I was doing things in life, but um, I was happy, I had friends, a lot of things. But now I think I appreciate things in life even more. And I appreciate those little things, little details. Um, I started appreciating simplicity, which is something that I probably before I took for granted. I can't really enjoy being in my place, watching a movie. Before I was feeling like I have to do always something, something, something. Sometimes doing nothing can be good also.
Yeah, that's true. That's very
And
true.
and also, um, I think judging yourself could be also very toxic. Like, I think it's really important if you want to overcome a condition, you have to be very, very positive. That's why, like, they get better when they have so much, they feel so much love for themselves, and they don't complain about life, and they have a positive mindset.
Yeah, that's very true. Jesus, where can people find you if they wanna chat with you? Where can they find you?
Hello,
Can you hear me?
hello, frozen. So it was frozen.
Oh, okay. Where can people find you if they wanna find you? Where can they search you?
Oh, they could search me. Well, my Instagram. I don't
Oh,
have any. My Instagram my account doesn't have any DC. Well, before I used to have like the DC man, but I was thinking I don't know if that account should I keep it or I should just put things about my daily life, like who I really I am, because my life is not just about my condition. Yes, my account is Retro Vintage Jesus.
Metro Vintage Jesus.
That's
Okay.
an Instagram, Retro Vintage Jesus. That's my account on Instagram. I post things about everything. Like I don't. To be honest, I wish I could be posting more things about vertigo, migrant, and my experience and all that. Probably I'm gonna do it more eventually. But I post about music, about gym, about trips. So
Yeah.
it's about everything because I think life is about finding happiness in all these things, in all these moments.
Yeah. What would you like to say as a last message before we go to the people that are right now thinking their life is over, they will never be the same, this thing is going to stay with them forever? What would you like to say to them?
Okay, I would like to say always keep your mind calm. positive and rubbish. There is so much rubbish out there. There are so many good information also. You have to be careful with what you listen. You have to be careful with what you read, because there is a lot of information. A lot of information can be good. A lot of information can be no good, because I used to be one of them. Every time I was watching a video about a bad experience, I would think, oh my God, that's going to happen to me. Oh my God, I'm not going to get better. You know what I mean? You have to stop always thinking about the worst scenario. You have to always visualize that you are going to get better. And healing is a roller coaster. Healing doesn't always, healing no always go like this. It can go like this, like this, like this, like this, like that. So it's a roller coaster.
Yeah, you're very right. It's a journey. That's what we call it, a journey. Yeah. All right, Jesus. Well, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. This interview was long overdue. I wanted to chat with you for a long time, and I hope we can do a second interview soon in Spanish
And it's
for all the people that don't
completely
have
in Spanish.
yeah, for all the people that don't have the English language, or they don't have the resources to find the English videos. We can do it in Spanish to try and help them out as well.
Okay, that sounds really good, like a good idea. Like that's something that I really would like to do. Like talk about this condition in my mother tongue. No, I think I could be more expressive. I will have all the words, and I could speak more.
Sounds good. All right, Jesus. Well, thank you so much, and have a
Okay,
wonderful day.
okay, okay. Take care.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye. Yeah.
Bye.